going on, everybody? Welcome back to Gotta Get Back, the Samurai Jack in review show. My name is Kyle, your host. Welcome to episode 23 in season 2, and we are going through a recap, favorite character, favorite scene, a score out of 10, and some trivia. Welcome to Project Potter. Okay, so we begin this episode with Aku speaking to us. There's like a barren wasteland, and there's a scorpion going across it, and Aku is telling us like, you know, as far as the eye can see, he's like, I own everything. There is no speck of hope or anything like that. He's like, but one warrior. He's like, he's trying to like ruin everything for me, basically. And so he's like, I have tried to take him down, the samurai, but nothing is working. So he's like, I must summon the most evil creation from the bowels of the pit of hate. And he summons Demongo, which is this guy over here. Demongo has this really like snake, like slithery, high-pitched voice. So he's like, yes, my master. What Demongo does, he's got a really cool design. Basically what he does is steals the essence of the warriors that are defeated. He steals their essence and becomes more powerful. So he borrows the power of fallen warriors, basically. And it's really cool. He's almost like a vampire. So he like goes to meet Jack there, and he's really, really skinny, and you know his skulls are hidden initially, so he's like folded up, and he talks about how he wants to take down Samurai Jack, and yeah, it's really cool because basically Jack is going to fight him, and he opens up his cape like we see here behind me, and he throws some skulls at Jack, and then he like uses his powers to bring those warriors to life. So he's using the stolen essences to bring past warriors. So there's like this huge like behemoth creature that comes to life here. Really cool design. It's like this big gray creature with like blue. It's almost like when Majin Buu or Babidi had Majin Buu. So he's controlling them, and he's going after Jack, and Jack is trying to defeat the monsters. He eventually takes down this behemoth, and it turns out that his essence just goes right back into Demongo. And so he's like, oh, samurai, every time you defeat someone, I get more powerful, or the essence just comes back to him. So basically his strength is like always returning. And so he throws out a bunch of different skulls, and Jack is like, I know these warriors. And he's like, yes, these are the essences of past warriors I have defeated. And so Jack goes against like 4 or 5 different warriors, where there's like a big cheetah guy. There's like a guy with like a spike ball hand. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and try and describe these interesting characters, but basically Demongo is messing with Jack, and he's cocky. He thinks he's all powerful, and Jack tries to go after him, and he just keeps throwing these warriors back at Jack there. And he's like, okay, so he gets his power from the essence. He's like, how do I destroy the essence? And he's like, every time I destroy it, it goes back in there. He's like, I need to get inside the essence. And he's like, so how do I get inside? And eventually he takes down one of the warriors, and then like he sees the essence like going back into Demongo, and he actually like grabs onto the essence, and Demongo's like, impossible. And he goes in there. Then it's a really awesome shot because it's like broad, like empty space, and it's just got all the warriors who are like surrounded by this little like eternal flame. And Jack goes through, and he's like, I free your essence. And he just goes through and cuts everyone up. And that frees all the essences. So Demongo is like this little tiny like demon guy. He gets reduced to like this little essence because he doesn't have the power of any of the warriors. So he's no longer this powerful being. He's just this little guy. And he goes back to Aku. Aku puts him in like a little vase, and he's like, Demongo, you have failed me again. He's like, the saga continues. And that's pretty much it. Okay, guys, so the magic sword, it goes to Demongo. Even though he is like conniving and sneaky and borrows his power, his art design is really cool. And just the fact that he throws like the skulls out of like the fallen warriors, and then he can like activate them with their essence, that's super cool. And yeah, just his voice and how he's so like charismatic, and he thinks he's got like the one up, and he thinks he can never be defeated. And then Jack is like, actually, I'm just going to go inside of you and destroy the essences. So it's not natural power or raw power. It's borrowed power. So Jack figures that out. But I still give it to Demongo because he's a really interesting character, and he's super cool design. I love that I love the colors with the blue flame. It kind of reminds me of Aku with his eyebrows that are flaming. So yeah, he gets my magic sword for this week. So a portal in time, it's when Jack goes in there and he frees the essences. Just when he like kind of floats in there and he sees like all these warriors and they're all like kind of trapped there and the color's missing from them. They're like blue. And so that's really cool. And he just goes through and chops them up. So I thought that was really, really neat. For a score for this one, guys, I'm going to give this one an 8-1. It was enjoyable. I liked it. It was just kind of like, I've seen that story before. So it wasn't like any crazy original story. But it's just another, way that Aku, like he says, the saga continues where Aku is like, let me grab one of my warriors, throw him at you. Jack figures it out. Jack does have like kind of a lengthy battle. I didn't really touch on that, but he does have like lengthy battle with these warriors, but they keep just like being sucked back into Demongo, and Demongo keeps throwing them out there. So it's like a continuous loop. So I do give credit for Jack figuring out that he needs to go inside. And the fact that he just like grabbed the essence to ride it in there was interesting, but yeah, it was good. I just didn't think it was anything too crazy. So a solid episode overall. Okay, guys, so we have a few Jack facts for this week. So there was a game called Fusion Fall on CartoonNetwork.com, apparently. And it says here that Demongo looked as he did in the beginning of this episode, so he most likely collected more souls after the episode. Don't know what that means, but it is what it is. And then Demongo, actually, an ode to Star Wars, once again, from Gendy. Once he is summoned, Demongo quotes Darth Vader. He says, "What is thy bidding, my master?" Which is awesome. So there's an error here. When Demongo prepares to summon the Titan for the second time, the skulls on his body are missing. One of the warriors that Demongo summons resembles an overweight Donatello from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. So didn't pick up on that either. Apparently I just wasn't watching this episode. Oh, and one of the warriors is voiced by Asian American actor George Takei. He's the guy that says, "Oh my." Okay, so this last Jack fact, I'm glad that this says this here because I was a little confused at this part. So it says here, Jack recognizes the group of 4 warriors Demongo summons after the Titan is defeated for the first time, implying that they have crossed paths before. However, no such encounter has ever been seen in the series. So yeah, when Jack was like, "I know these warriors," I was like, "You do?" And then I was looking at them, I was like, "Should I know these warriors?" But apparently not. But it was just like a past, like an off-screen thing, I guess. So that was an interesting line to throw in there. But that is going to wrap up our Jack facts for this week. Okay, guys, well, that's another episode of Gotta Get Back, episode 23. A good episode, but nothing crazy, nothing like last week with the Imakandis. So, but nothing like the farting dragon. So we kind of hit like a middle point here, which is nice. So we got 3 more episodes to go in season 2, guys. Thanks for checking out Project Potter. Thanks for checking out Gotta Get Back. Like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell notification, and until next time, guys, gotta get back.